Hello and welcome back. In this video, we're going to be covering cold reads and improvisations. These are both elements that could arise if you're called in for a callback, whether on video or in person. And I thought it would be valuable to cover it all. You may be called an actor, but your real job is storyteller. This means no matter what is asked of you, you need to be flexible, creative, and come up with an incredible story at the drop of a hat. Cold reads are when you are given a script that you have never seen before, which you need to quickly analyze and interpret in order to tell the story as effectively as you can. The goal is to get off the page as quick as you can and deliver the script as if you had the time to prepare. Now, to develop the skill of cold reading, you need to be doing just that. Reading as much as you can. Read books, read magazines, read blogs, read recipes, read whatever you can, and read it out loud. Practice telling the story to your toaster. Practice telling the story to your dog. Practice telling the story to anyone who will listen. Practice telling the story that you are reading out loud. Now, be mindful that the reason that this takes practice is because we need to teach our brains to scan the page, to lift our gaze, and to tell the story to the people that are watching us. Well, because no one wants to be told a story from the top of your head. So this requires you to get off the page as quickly as you possibly can, and then glance down only when is necessary in order to continue the story. Make sense? Good. Go get practicing. Improvisations is the art of saying yes and. Now, what I mean by this is using your imagination to tell an interesting story that keeps the audiences engaged in everything that you're saying. And if you're doing it with a scene partner, it's about listening to what they're saying to you and adding onto it in a creative way that furthers the story. Now, oftentimes you'll need to use improvisations in order to create something interesting and something that potentially the casting director has not seen to keep them engaged at the drop of a hat. This oftentimes could be something that you have not prepared yet, but you're reading the room and you're willing to add to the story being created in the room. In this case, what a director is actually looking for is your ability to add to the creative process. Are you able to create and flexible enough to create with grace that you are able to contribute to the scene that's being created? Because honestly, no director wants to work with an actor that is not willing to add to the creative process. If that was the case, then the director is better off hiring an AI. Because if you think about it, we all start with cold reads and improv in the preparation phase for your self-tapes. Allow yourself to create. Flip the text. Create as many versions of the character that you feel is right and some that you feel is wrong. Then create an amalgamation of all of those characters. And then present all of those characters while still leaving room to surprise and create further with those characters. All of these elements combined will make for an interesting self-tape. And interesting will get you hired.